card. Yeah. So dedicated SQL pool, I'm going to create. Create a dedicated SQL pool. This got finish.
No, you are daily dropping and creating it.
Yes, I'm dropping and creating, but looks like there is some issue. Oh my God. I'm sorry for that. The subscription got, my subscription looks like my subscription got, yeah, tell me, Sudhakar.
No, I mean, if you don't delete, it will.
Yeah,
I
it will
mean,
charge.
even for a Visual Studio subscription also.
Yes, of course. You should have subscription also will have some limit, right?
Okay.
How much I have? 5, 5,000. WW. Oh my God. 5K. 10K. Oh my God. Oh, I think the something got messed up. I'm sorry for that. SQL pool. I should have checked that earlier. This one I did pass. Oh, okay. It has the data, so much of data. I just ignored that. So, oof, sorry for that. I think the data got piled up. The money got over. What is the date today? 30. Oh, tomorrow only I will be getting that. I'm sorry for that.
So Pushottam, so
Mhm,
when we see about the Azure
mhm,
things, at
mhm.
that time in the main page they're saying that the 12-month subscription is free.
12-month
That is,
subscription is free. That means for 12 months you will have access to some of the resources. Okay, but the limit will be $200 through which you can use for 1 month. The 12 months, in the sense 12 months is free for some of the resources, some other resources, minor resources, not for all.
mm,
Okay, let me try this. Okay, let me show you this storage, this one. Okay, so this is a storage explorer. Okay, so through which you can connect to the data, and you can storage account, you can connect to the database, the ADLS account and all, you can see that. So let me connect to this. Oh, sorry, 1 second. Where did it go? So let me connect to one of the properties and see how does it work. So this is the action. Okay, let me add an account here. So here I can add an account, like sign into, I use storage account and all. Okay, and here let me do that, but I think it does not have access for me now, right now. So it's working now. I have all the subscription here. Okay, now whatever the storage the account I have, so that will be displayed over here, but the thing is that it's got disabled now. So meantime, what I will show you one thing. What I wanted to show you is, let me show. Okay, so in the earlier session I was talking about you can connect to other storage explorer. Okay, sorry, other storage accounts if it has public access or SaaS account. Right now I have a public account. Let me show you that. through which I can get the data. One second, where does it go on the link? So there is something public account I do have. So through which I can connect to that container directly. Okay. ADLS Gen 2 container or directly I can connect to that. So I'm giving over here this one. Okay. So I'm connecting to that. Are you able to see? Azure ADLS Gen 2 container or directory. Now it has public access. So if you see here, sign in using AD shared access signature, you can connect to with shared access signature. If you remember that yesterday I was talking about in the previous session, I was talking about you can connect to the data with the shared access signature access. Okay. Otherwise, I have public access as well. So I have some data with the public access. Let me show you that. So this is the one which I found the public access. Like if you remember that there was some access for public data storage for COVID data, right? So in the same way, there is something called Contoso for which they gave the access, public access. And let me show you this one. So Control X. Okay. So this is the access. This is the access. This is the URL for which I have public access. So if you remember that, how do you give the tax? How do you give the link? You give the storage account .blob.core.windows.net. Here you will give that container. Okay. For this I have public access. If you see here, next connect. Now it is connected, and see here whatever the data tables, whatever the tables we have in this particular storage account, all those are getting displayed over here. Okay, this is how you can connect to another storage account, the public account, or with the SaaS account. If it is a SaaS account, you can also connect to the SaaS account as well. So you can download and you can get the data. Let me download this to a specific place. So here, instead of going to that particular storage account in the Azure storage structure, okay, here everything you can manage at a single place. You can upload the files, download files, you can control the access, everything you can do over here. That is the advantage of this. Okay, so this is how you do the access. So here even you can connect to the with the ADLS as well. So here I will say AD shared access signature SaaS, and here you will give the container with the SaaS URL. Then you'll be able to access that as well. So you can connect to basically any database over here, any storage account over here. Okay. Now while it is loading the data, just I'm thinking how to cope up with this budget. I thought I have budget and I don't have that budget as well. So what I was trying to do is today, so I connected to this one and I downloaded the data, and in this data, there is some specific data which I wanted to upload actually. So there are some of the 2-dimension tables, one fact tables I wanted to upload into our storage account, and in the for the storage account, I wanted to create the master key. Then I wanted to create dedicated SQL pool. Then there I'll create external data source. Before that, master key, credentials, then external table, then load the data with whatever the options are there. So Polybase. Even I wanted to show that a copy activity, but honestly, I did not see that. Yesterday night 12:30 also I was working. Looks like it got over, the budget got over, the limit got over. It's unfortunate. So what I will discuss then.
Purushottam.
Yeah.
So in corporate level,
Hmm.
how they are taking this subscription? Because multiple resources are working means resource means multiple people are working on this Azure,
Hmm.
right?
Hmm.
So how the amount is distributed, or is there any other different scheme for the corporate level?
No, no. See, they will go for pay as you go, of course. Okay, they'll go for the pay as you go. So they will create a pay as you go subscription,
Mm.
and the subscription number of resources, whoever are the resources are there, they will get the access to that subscription. Then they will start using that. There is nothing called like what do you say, getting the like allocating the money for each and every resource. So whoever is resource is there, whoever is working on any of the technology, that will be costed, because sometimes like one technology ADF many people can access in the within the project, right? So it all
Correct.
depends. So it all depends how do you access. So you, of course usually they'll go for the pay as you go subscription. Okay, so any every one of you have the access now.
For me, no.
I
Okay.
have.
Yeah. So Sudhakar, so can you upload a file and try to read the data within the class? Unfortunately, I'm unable to show you that. Raj, you want to try or no? Raju, next miss. I don't have pay as you go account as well, because I did not pay the existing amount. But I wanted to show you something. Let me show you that. Give me a minute. Okay, want me to add this one? Uh, Let me try it out if I can do that.
So in pay as you go option,
Mm-hmm.
so the amount, whatever the charges are there, so they are charges from our credit card itself, right?
Yes,
Because we
yes,
already subscription via credit card. Okay.
yes, yes. So you got a text, Sudhakar. You must be getting some text message. Hello, they lost you.
Purushottam, I pinged I pinged the credentials to you.
Yeah, yeah. Now you got a code to your number. SMS. Enter the last 4 digits. today I will pay that due amount on my account, then I will use that pay as you go subscription tomorrow.
No, I didn't get. What is the what is the? I mean, did it ask last four numbers?
Last 38, last 2 digits of that phone number is 38.
Oh, one second. I will tell the. It's 3438. Last four digits of phone number.
No, no, no.
34.
If you see this, my screen, to verify this number, enter the last 4 digits in. Okay, okay, okay. We'll send a verification code. Okay, okay, got it. Okay, now you get the code. Sorry. Yeah.
It's 744
Mm-hmm.
8486. 744 8486.
Okay. So here this one, 14,000 is remaining. Okay. So let's create the dedicated storage, dedicated SQL pool over here and try to do that. Okay. So let's go to the performance level.
No, we are seeing the Azure Storage Explorer.
Oh, is it? Okay. Now?
Yeah.
Okay. So I am accessing your subscription, unfortunately. Sorry for that. And I just try to create dedicated SQL pool. And here I'm taking that DWI. So I'm applying that. So networking. Got a previous server. Okay. Do you have server? Let me create a new server here. Server. So I just created that. Let me see the public endpoint. I want to give the access. I want to add my this one. Thanks none. Tags. Create. Okay. So while creating that, so whatever the data I have, let me go to that data. So where did I access D? Then I did Contoso data. So if you see here, these are all the files which I have, right? So here the data is available in this way. And there is, looks like there is some blank data, so much of blank data. Temp channel. Let's go to the sales. Okay, it has good amount of data. Okay. Okay, so it has a good amount of the data, which is a text document. Okay. So these are all the properties, looks like. Okay, so these are all the given, and what we'll do is we'll try to do sales and as well as the products. Let me see the product has any data. Yes, product also has good amount of the data. So we'll do dim product and dim product and as well as the fact sales. We'll try to create that. So meantime, let's see if it is done. Yeah, this is done over here. this is done. Let me open the SSMS. Okay, why this is open? Okay, this is not yet done. It's still deployment is in progress. So in the meantime, let me open SQL Server Management Studio. Okay, this got open, and let me see if this is done. Okay, still not done. So let me check. This is done. Okay, still it's doing. So by the time it happens, let's see if he has any storage account. Okay, if we have storage account over here, what we will do is storage account and data lake storage. Let me connect to that. And here I will say Contoso. I took one of the storage account which is already available, and I'm creating the full Contoso. Okay. Now within this, I'll upload the data here. So I'll say here. Dimension product, I'll create one. Okay, that is also done meantime. Now I'll create one more fact sales. Okay, so these two are there. Now I'll go here. I'll upload the data over here. Dimension product, let me go over here. Contoso data. Dimension product, here we have. I'm just uploading all the data over here. Okay, this is done. Now I will go for fact sales. Then here I'll go to the fact sales and load act fact sales data. So far,
product,
yeah.
This dim and tag data you downloaded from that Contoso URL, right?
Yes, from Contoso URL with Azure Storage Explorer. So I connected to that particular one and I downloaded all the data from there and uploading over here into our own storage account. So even you can access from there also, it's a public access, but I wanted to show from our what is it, from our storage account. Okay. So how do you download? I show you that. So you just connect to that storage account. Then it is publicly available, so you can get them directly. Are you with me? Did I lose you? No.
Now we are.
Yeah. So far what we have done, first we created a dedicated SQL pool. Okay. Then before that we downloaded some of the publicly available data sets for dimension for Contoso database. From there I took dimension product and fact sales, and those two things I stored. I'm uploading in one of our own storage account. From there I'll try to create the data now. Okay, now everything is done over here, so we can ignore this now and go to this storage account. Sorry, this dedicated SQL pool. So this is a dedicated SQL pool which we have created. So this is a server name, copy that. Go here, user one, admin edit 1, 2, 3. Now I connected to this. Okay, now I connected to this and I have all this schema as well. So let us see how do we do that. So I'm connecting to this one. Okay, now so let's see if all has been created or not. Okay. So this one is not required for us because we need something else. Okay. Now the database has been created. Sorry, the dedicated SQL has been created. So what we need to do? Create master key. Okay. So we need to create the master key first, right? Before that, let me see if this is done or not. Okay. Okay. So encryption by password.
I think single quote.
Oh, sorry, double quotes again. What is the error?
Equal.
Okay, equal to I missed it. Okay, this is done. Now create external data source ds underscore Contoso access with before that what I need to create, I need to create database scope application. Create database scoped credential, right? With secret and identity. Okay, these are two properties which I have, right? Now with the identity, shared access signature, and let's see what is the secret of this one. So go here. So go to the storage account, and here let's go to the access keys, show keys. I'm taking this one key over here. Okay, I did that. Okay, that's it. With identity. Oh, did I lose you people?
No, what is this window? All blur.
Is it okay? 1 second. I think there is a net issue. Now I able to see?
Yes.
Yeah. So I just took from there and I just created this. What happened?
Comma identity.
I did not give comma. Okay. Yep.
You need to give name for scope
Oh,
credential.
now this has been created. Okay. Now access has been created. Now I need to add the data source for this. Right now, external data source. So what happens? So one is credential. What is the other part? Location is the other part, right? So what is the credential over here? Whatever the credential we have created, this is the credential and the location. So what is the location over here? Whatever the location we have, let me give that. Let me go to this ADLS one. Where is this location?
So this Git code is your own code.
No, it's my not own code. This is available into the this one.
Currently, we are downloading from the storage, so
Yes,
that is
yes.
present on there.
What present you are saying?
That Git code.
Mm-hmm.
So currently we are downloading that storage explorer, right?
Yes.
So,
The storage account you are saying, right?
yeah.
The storage account publicly available data set. I took publicly available data set over there. I did not make up any data.
Means my question is where we are getting that Git repository code.
That is publicly available.
Okay.
Yeah, so there will be so many labs over there, so through which you can access. Okay, now this has been created. Now let's see. Always I forget about this commas and all. So what happened to this time? So it has external data source with credential and the location. Very good. Okay. HTTPS, then storage account, then the container. container. What is the container name? Contoso. Create external data source. Anything else I am missing? Let me check that syntax. Correct only. I don't have any another this one as well. Why it's giving this issue? Correct syntax near correct data access. Is correct. No change. Okay. I should not give codes over there. Fine. So now I created the master key database scoped credential for this particular storage account. Now I created the external data source. Okay. So what I need to do now? What is the next step I need to do? What is the next step I need to do?
External table.
Yeah, external table. So before that, let me create one schema. Create schema. Conto source. Okay, count. Okay, let me do that conto source. Okay, now this has been created. Now let me try to do with the dimension product. So I have dimension product schema with me. So let me take out that schema and create over here. Okay, so we also need to create the file format as well, right? So let me create the file format over here. So this is a file format which I have for delimited external file format. Same thing. If you remember that whatever giving for Parquet with format type equal to Parquet was giving, if you remember that. Okay, so Parquet we don't have many options to give because it's tightly coupled and we don't need to do any options over there, right? But here what happens in the delimited text, these are all the text document. If you see that the documents, all are the text documents. So text documents, we need to give some of the properties over there. Okay, so these are the format options. These are also like these two are mandatory kind of field delimiter and string delimiter. These two things you can ignore that. These are the options. So even you can give date format, use type default, in the sense when there is no value is there, whether you want to give default value, otherwise it will be null. Otherwise what you can do, you also reject row also, the option which we discussed yesterday, that also you can give the option. Now here I am not interested in anything of such sort of, so I am just giving only the what is the field terminator, what is the string delimiter. So field delimiter is a pipe symbol, and if you see that that has the pipe symbol over here. So if you see here, the data has pipe symbol. Okay, so and a string delimiter, this one. Okay, nothing was the string delimiter is nothing. So this is the format I'm creating over here. Now I created the format, and let me do the dimension product one. So let me get the access and give it to you. Yeah, it is the big database, big this one. So these are all the columns which it has in the dimension product. And what is the schema which we have created? Contoso is a schema which I have created. So contoso dot dimension product, all the columns over here. And what is the external data source for this? DS contoso access. This is the extension format. And what is the format? CSV FF is the format. And the location after this, okay, after this contoso, what is the location? All the files are there in the dimension product. Okay, so any doubt here? Any confusion? So the same list of steps which we followed, we created the master key, we created the database credential, we created the external data source, then we created the external file format, then we created the schema. Okay, and here sometimes like in the file format, you can give directly parquet also. You don't need to create external file format as well. So directly you can say if the file format is only parquet, you can give parquet file format. Parquet you can give file format, but for CSV we have many options to give. So I gave all the options over here. So revise the URL and try again. So let me see what is the URL which I give. Location is correct. ADLS Gen 2, this one. So we have for Hadoop data, we have one more type which we can give. So let me see if that is the issue. This which I gave yesterday. So here Contoso and the account name over here. Let's see if this is working. So I will drop this. I will recreate this. Now let's see if it is getting done. Why it is giving the data again? What the exception is giving is straightforward actually. Error occur while accessing HTTPS Java exception raised on call HTTPS bridge is directly exist. Unexpected occur of checking whether directory exists or not. Storage exception, the specified container does not exist. Specified container does not exist. It is there, right? Let me go to the storage account and see container. Yes, the container is correct. And what could be the issue? Okay, I did not change anything. Maybe spelling mistake which I give. Okay, might be typo issue. Okay, now the dimensional table has been created. So what I have done, so I just took the created the master key, scope credential, external data source, then external file format, then the dimension product I just created. Now here what I'll do, I'll go here dimension product. Let's see if it's getting the data or not, which is one more challenge. Yeah, it's giving the all the data over here. Okay, so we gave the schema, then the schema is mapped to this particular one, then it picked up all the data over there. Getting? So the same steps which we discussed, except the simple changes in the properties and syntax, then we can get the data. We can get the data from the storage account. Okay, and then what we will do is we will try to get the data here and load the data into the fact table. Okay, so we'll create one more fact table. So and okay, so there is a same thing. One second. So what we'll do here is so create table. So before that, what I will do is I'll create some of the schema over here. Contosomo in I'll create. Okay. Now what I will do is okay. So I don't know what is the schema of that. So what I'll do cs4 dot dim product I will take. So then which what are the two properties which I need to create? What are the two property which I need to create? What are the two properties I need to give? Distribution, right? Distribution methods and clustered column index or heap are this one. Okay. Now here I'm going to give distribution. So product is a big dimension. So what I'm trying to do is I will create the hash key on the product key. So what is the product table we have? What is the distinct table we have? Product key. So product key is a dimension. So what I will do is I will create the product key. Okay. So I'll give the product over here and see here how it is given. So what is happening? Distribution equal to create table with distribution equal to this one.
Share bracket.
One second. Issue. This the syntax with distribution equal to correct only, right? What could we should I select the proper database? Yes. Let me take out my.
After hash, there is a bracket.
Oh, okay. You're saying this. Okay. No, then square bracket is not mandatory, right? Then why it is giving the issue? Let me take which I created yesterday. So there is no issue over here. The distribution equal to hash. The same thing I give. What could be the issue? It's interesting. Doesn't make any difference actually. Well, let's see if it's working. Okay. Then why it was not allowing me to do that? Only if it is there as it's doing. Then you should not give the issue because it's as simple as like we created and we inserted the data. Let me check that. But here, so what I've done, so CTAS, I used CTAS instead of insert into, I used CTAS. So create table as. Same thing I was talking about yesterday, select star into from, okay, the same thing, create table, then as CTAS. So whatever the option we give, I just get the data, whatever the data we picked up from this table, it will go and store the data over here. Okay, now here I wanted to show you one of the system table, system view through which you can see the data loading, how the data loading is taking place, how the data loading has been taken place. Okay, so let me give you that as well. So this is the PDW execution request. So in the data, in the dedicated SQL pool, whatever the data loading takes place, you can see all the queries over here. Okay, so here you can see here, and here specially we are giving the label so that you can track this, okay, with the help of the label. So if you see here, where what I'll do is label equal to you see here. So first it got failed. Okay, next it got completed. So it's submit time, the start time, and end time. It's almost took point like milliseconds, 100 milliseconds it took. Okay, the label error it's not there, and database ID. Then the what is the command it executed? Okay, what is the command that you executed? Then these are all the other properties, but we are interested in when the start time and the when the end time that we need to see. Okay, so that is so to track this one, so what we need to do is whenever you load the data, you need to give the options. Okay, the label you need to give, so that through the help of label you can track all the uh, data loading process. Okay, so this is all about the data. So tomorrow what you can do is you can today what you can do is you can take one of the CSV file, you create CSV file with list of 10 records and try to load the data into the main table. Okay, so as I was saying, list of steps are very important, though syntax goes here and there, but make sure you are be proficient with the list of steps.
Can you send this document?
Yes, I'm going to upload this. Actually, yesterday also I did not upload. Sorry for that. So today I'll upload this as well. Okay. And even I'll upload. Okay, we'll do one thing. I will upload the particular what do you say, storage account, public Contoso storage account is there, right? Where I downloaded the files. I will give that. So take any file from that smallest to file, then try to read the data from there. Okay. Yeah.
So Purushottam,
Yeah.
can you please summarize what we are done today?
Yeah. So what are the steps which we have discussed in the last two sessions? We did the same thing, nothing else. So what we have done, we created a ADLS account where we uploaded some of the files. Okay. Then we created a dedicated SQL pool, okay, with some configuration. Then what we have done, then we try to create external table to point to that particular location of the storage account. So what are the list of steps for the external table creation? Creating the master key, creating the database corporate credential, okay, creating the external data source, then creating the external file format, then creating the external table. These are all the steps which we discussed in previous 3-4 sessions while working with the serverless SQL pool. Only thing, the extra thing what we did is we created even a table in the dedicated SQL pool with the distribution method. Then we just simply loaded the data from this external table to this actual table. That's it. That is the only thing that we did, nothing else. So these are all the list of space for the external table already, which we did earlier while working with the serverless SQL pool in the previous two sessions. Now here extra thing what we have done is we just picked up the data from this external table and we loaded the table into the main table. Okay, this is the main table which we created. Okay, so there are the two methods which we can load the data using Polybase. One is seat as, create as. Otherwise, first you create the table, then you do insert into. Okay, so the seat as, same thing like as I was saying, create, select star into emp underscore copy from emp. This is the same thing. So here what happening in this general SQL, we are creating the table and getting loading the data whatever is there in the emp table, and this is getting created dynamically. So here also the same thing, we creating a table some with one of the distribution property, then whatever the data loading is here, then it's simply copying over and storing over here. Okay. And yeah, I was doing mistake that I did not give any what do you say, field names by creating the table, which I should not do that, right? That's why it's throwing error, the simple thing that I ignored. So here what happens, all the fields whatever are there, that will be created with the dimensional product dynamically, because it is a seat as same like the select star into. Okay, otherwise what you can do, because here the thing is that the advantage is that even though you don't know much about the schema of the dimension product, the external table, simply you can create the table on the fly. Otherwise what you need to do, you need to know about the schema of this dimensional product, then you need to create table contours of dimension product, then all the field list. Okay, like product key, what is that, product key int. Okay, all those things you need to give, then you need to insert into, then you what you will do, insert into contours of main product, then select star from dimension product. Getting? So what we were doing here, instead of this one, okay, instead of creating the table then inserting, because I'm not sure about the schema of that, so dynamically I created the table on the fly with the same schema and data of CS4 dimensional product, which is external table. Okay, do you got that?
Yeah, yes.
Yeah, so there are two methods we have. Now here I chose simple method because I want to skip creating the table schema explicitly over here. That is the only difference I did. And this one is very important. This view DMPWXN request system table, through which you can see the all the requests. And tomorrow we'll discuss one of the another view, which is a very big view, through which you can even see how the distribution has taken place in the uh, final DW table. Okay, that we will discuss tomorrow. And next 10-15 minutes we'll discuss and we'll clear the doubts, and next 40 minutes we will go over the questions. Okay, regarding storage account, Azure SQL, and dedicated server pool, and SQL server pool, serverless SQL pool, sorry, serverless SQL pool. We will go through all the questions over. Any doubts?